Hi, I'm Joey Hollywood, and today I'm reviewing Die Hard 2, Die Harder. Now, like I said in my Die Hard review, I'm only reviewing these because the new movie's coming out, and I'm assuming that everyone has at least seen these movies at least once. But this one I can understand people skipping over. It's a sequel, what can I say? It's one of those things where you watch it and you're like, wow, that was the first movie with just a little bit more. I heard one reviewer say that it's the same thing as the first movie, but the stakes are higher. I'd honestly say the stakes don't seem quite as high, and I know they are higher, but it's all about execution, I guess, because the stakes don't seem higher. Because where the problem lies is way high up in the air where you don't see it. You only see what's going on the ground level, and then they cut to the sky every so often. So you don't really see the danger. You don't really comprehend how bad things are getting, except with the exception of a few scenes. And then after a while, you just kind of forget because we're human and that's what we do. I can watch this movie. I can have it on in the background. I can watch it just because I'm having a Die Hard marathon. But to just watch because I enjoy it, no. I mean, I can watch Die Hard 1 because I enjoy it. I can watch Die Hard 3 because I enjoy it. But Die Hard 2 is just like I'm having a Die Hard marathon. That's the only reason I watch it. Let me get into the plot of the movie. The plot of the movie is John McClane is Christmas again. John McClane goes to an airport to wait for his wife, and some terrorists take over, and they got the planes up in the air and they can't land, and they're running out of gas, and it's up to John McClane because cops are idiots except for him. There's stuff in the movie that doesn't make sense. And even more so now than I originally thought, because I watched this one reviewer named Jeremy Johns, which I try not to watch reviews from other people before I review something, because I don't want to like say the same things and I feel like I'm ripping them off. I broke my own rule on this one, so I watched his review before mine, and he pointed out something that was always in the back of my mind, but I never really thought about it. At one point in the movie, the bad guys are putting on a show so people won't suspect they're the bad guys. But then when you really think about it, there's only two people they're putting the show on for. And it really doesn't make sense. They're putting the show on for the audience. And I never really, I thought about that, but I never really gave it any deep thought because I was watching Die Hard 2 and my eyes just kind of glossed over. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Bombs, explosions, oh. I'm gonna do my taxes now. But you know, now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, it's the movie's just ridiculous. It's an okay movie, and I heard this one guy say that the second movie has a better villain. I thought the villain was average. Matter of fact, I don't even remember what the villain looks like. I remember the villain from the first movie and the third movie, but I don't remember the one from the second movie. All I remember is he's naked in one part of the movie, and it's a very uncomfortable scene to watch because he's like doing jiu-jitsu naked, and it's like, yeah, we get it. You're buff and you have a butt. John McClane's catchphrase, Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Awesome catchphrase. He says it so cool and naturally in the first movie. You know, it fit the scene. The guy says, "Are you a cowboy?" And goes, "Yeah, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." Well, the second movie, he doesn't say it. It doesn't fit the scene. It's just he says it because he's like, "Hey, catchphrase." Where the first one would fit the scene, whereas the other one he's just like, oh, it's almost the end of the movie. I gotta say my line. It's kind of like James Bond. It's like him saying his catchphrases in scenes that don't really make sense. So, for example, Mr. Bond, would you like your drink shaken or stirred? Bond, James Bond. Well, would you like it shaken or Bond, James Bond? Okay, that's great, Mr. Bond. Would you like your drink shaken or stirred? Bond, James Bond. See, it just didn't fit the scene. It just didn't fit the scene, and I'm probably just nitpicking just because I don't know. That's what I do. If the movie was better, I probably wouldn't care. There was a lot of little things, and then there was a lot of big things that just makes this movie not really enjoyable for me. I don't want to say don't watch it. If you're gonna have you can't have a Die Hard marathon without Die Hard 2. So you gotta get through that one. You know, it's just that little wait between getting to the third one. It's kind of like when you're watching Star Trek. Star Trek 1 is the most boring movie on Earth. Star Trek 2 is the best Star Trek movie ever. You gotta get through Star Trek 1 to watch Star Trek 2. Unless you're like me and you just skip 1 altogether. Well, that's my review of Die Hard 2, Die Harder. I hope you found it enlightening. What's your favorite Die Hard movie? That's a question I always want to know because everyone has a different favorite. I'm surprised how many people find this one their favorite. My favorite is the first one, of course, and second favorite's the third one. Leave a comment in the description below. Say, do you like movies? Do you like movie reviews? Well, check out this website. It's called WeLiveFilm.com. It's got reviews from people like me and many others. I suggest you check it out. Well, I'll see you in my next review. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. Your other Bruce Campbell facts and quotes of the day. Bye! Oh, John McClane. Hans Gruber. Hello, my name is Hans Gruber. I teach at Hogwarts because it's the only movie people seem to know me from. I've been in so many amazing things, but nobody remembers them because I was in that stupid franchise. You don't see David Tennant being only recognized from Harry Potter? No, because David Tennant was the Doctor.